This week's episode dedicated in memory of Chaim Avram Zalman Yitzchak Zev. May His neshama have an aliyah. So we're up to an incredible part right now. Right, Jews are out of Egypt, and they're about to get the Torah. This is the weekend of Mount Sinai, and such an incredible moment. And this is the reunion of Moses and his family. His father-in-law Yisro shows up with his wife and his children, and Yisro's father-in-law is so enthused at what happened. And the verse explains and teaches us about his enthusiasm, but it does it in a very strange way. And if you look closely, like you can in Torah, one word, if you get it, can really change your life. Listen to this. The verse says, "Vayichad Yisro al kol haTorah asher asah Hashem l'Yisro." And Yisro was happy about all the good that God did for the Jewish people. Great, right? Well, there's a little bit of a problem. You see, in Hebrew, the word for happy is simcha. So it should say Vayismach Yisro. Vayichad is from the word echad, which means to make one or to unify. The way we understand the verse, and the commentators will translate it as he was happy, but that's not what the verse says. Now, we know God knows Hebrew, so he could have put the right word in, and if God were in class, it would have gotten circled like wrong word. But God put the word vayichad, which means to make one, and not vayismach, which was the right word. Why? He's giving us an incredible, listen to this. So we're right now in NFL playoffs. Imagine as if one of the underdog teams wins the Super Bowl, okay? If that happens, imagine it's a great game. The next day, everyone's talking about the game. I can't believe it. They won. Amazing, 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 great. And in every group of people that are talking about the game, there's going to be one guy who's like a football guru, who's going to remember that that team that won the game 10 years ago was terrible. They moved from a different city, and they were losing all the time, right? And the owner fired the general manager, and they hired a new one who had a new coach. And they got all these high draft picks, and they made all these off-season trades, and they did this, and they did that, and they did this move and that move, and they got a new offensive coordinator, and they changed their special teams and they changed everything up, and they kept at it, and kept at it, and kept at it, and they won. And for him, when he sees or experiences Super Bowl victory, it's not like a cool game. He connects all the pieces that's been being placed over 10 years for this victory. There's no comparison in the joy and in the enjoyment of that win. Everybody heard that we left Egypt. Everybody. When Joshua sends in spies in 39 and a half years, the report is, we know we got to get out of Egypt. They just fought a nation called Amalek, who came in because they knew the Jews came out of Egypt. Like, everybody knew. Egypt was the epicenter of civilization back then. Everybody knew that power was going up against God and losing. But for most people, it was a moment. Either they were happy or they were upset. But it was like a moment. That was it. Didn't do anything about it. They didn't change themselves. But for Yisro, what he did was something different. Yisro heard about it too. But he didn't just experience the moment. He pulled back and he connected the dots. He unified by Yichad. He made one. Jews came down, Paro, each plague, what it meant, this whole story, how they got there, how they got out, why they go down. They went through the sea. He put all the pieces together and he realized this isn't just like a cool moment. This is the beginning of a nation. And when he connected all the dots, he didn't just experience the moment. He changed from the moment. He changed himself. Life has ups and downs. There's challenges, but there's also highs. Life events. Times that things work out great for us. Moments where we appreciate even the little things that we have. Being alive, being healthy. We have moments where the experience itself brings joy. And for most people, it's a momentary pleasure. That was cool. That was amazing. Happy with this wedding or a bar mitzvah or a birth or a new job or health or vacation, whatever. You experience it. It's awesome. And then it goes away. But for some, they don't just vayismach, they don't just bring simcha, vayichad, they do something totally different. When they're having a moment of joy, they pull back and they connect the dots. Wait, they met here, they went here, and this happened, the call came in last minute, he picked up the phone. Wow, it all connected. Or this happened and that happened. Or even health. I woke up and this works and that works and this body part speaks to this body part. Or I got this job. I'm somewhere, something is happening to me, and I don't just experience it, I pull back and I connect the dots all around it. The brilliance of how God could weave a tapestry, how everything can fit in. And when a person has highs in life, but takes those moments to pull back and not just vayismach, to be happy, but vayicha, to unify, to connect the dots. It's a whole new level of joy and enjoyment. And when you start to do that in high moments, you start to see that there's a master planner here. And what happens is the experiences start to change you. The highs make you different. This week's Torah portion, Name Yisrael. He goes beyond, he unifies. And if we unify, it'll bring an incredible amount of joy and change into our lives.